All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You. You on mute, Dr.
Good evening, everyone. As they say, always be smarter than the equipment. So I was on mute, but this is yours truly, Dr. Fabulous, coming to you. Oh man, I'm coming to you. I'm a little tired this evening, but I'm here. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Feel Good.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Feelgood here, working it, not twerking it, and sure gonna go berserk with it. It's a lovely Thursday evening, and hopefully the ladies are going to still be breathing. I don't want to bore you, and I'm not going to ignore you. And with that, I'm gonna pass it over to Special K so she can save my day.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Dr. Feelgood. And good evening, everyone. I'm Special K. I'm here in Savannah, Georgia, the 912. I just want to thank everyone for joining in tonight, for tuning in tonight and joining in with the discussion. And I'm just ready to see what tonight brings, and we're going to have a good time. And I'll pass it over to you, Lady T.
Welcome, everyone. This is Lady T coming live from the 305. I'm ready to ride tonight. Come on, Dr. Fabulous.
All right. Well, as I stated earlier, this is Upscale Love for You. And if you don't know about Upscale Love for You, let me share just a little nugget with you tonight. Upscale Love is formulated to entertain, to educate, and facilitate self-help, self-love, and everything you want and wish to know about love and relationships. Yes, relationships including dating, marriage, etc., etc. But Upscale Love is everything you really want to know. And we come every Thursday night with Tantalizing Talk to give you the conversation that you can join in, get some understanding, put your 2 cents in, and then guess what? It's all about the conversation. So don't let this be your first time. Don't let this be your last time. Come on back with Upscale Love, and we got it for you every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. So without further ado, this is a new year. And our conversation tonight is, what are you leaving behind to start anew? And I'm going to say in a relationship. Well, all of you know that Dr. Fabulous, I'm a widower. But guess what, y'all? You know, this little game that we play online all the time. It keep telling me I'm gonna get married. And I'm like, with who? When? Where? I'm so excited. I see the little things. I be sharing it with people like, wow, they telling me I'm gonna do the doggone thing. So, I have come to the conclusion maybe I'm leaving that old stuff behind and my new boo will be knocking at the door in 2023. So, without any other further ado, I'm going to ask you, what is something that you are leaving behind in 2022 and going forward and making it happen in 2023? So I'm going to come on over to Leanne. Leanne, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening.
What am I giving up for 2022?
And bringing in a new for 2023.
Foolishness.
Foolishness.
Yes.
Okay. Foolishness.
I have low tolerance for foolishness. And it
Okay.
gets worse. It gets worse by the moment when someone steps to me with foolishness. I'll say it like that. So
All
what I
right.
plan in 2023, keep it real.
You're keeping it real.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Excuse me, hold on, Miss Leanne. What does keeping it real mean to you?
Oh, to me, um, no holds barred. I'm no phoniness, no, just no holds barred. Just being who I am.
now see, Leanne,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know nothing about none of that. I want you to tell me what no holds barred mean, because I don't know. Break it all the way down for me. Tell me.
Okay, so you know how people like put on airs
Mm-hmm.
and they try to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to figure things out. I just do who I am, do whatever, and I don't have to worry about trying to figure anything out.
Okay. I
I'm not
got
going to lie to you. I'm not going to try to impress you. I'm not going to whatever. Take
okay.
it or leave
So
it. You know that song? So take me as I am.
well, you better go on and
Or
sing,
have
Leanne.
love
Is she putting on a little
it
talent show for us
at
tonight,
all.
people? Leanne,
No, I wasn't putting on
Leanne.
challenge show. I'm just saying, I'm like MJB, Mary J. Blige.
Ooh, a gone girl.
So
I'm
did you
just saying.
break up and gonna have a fire album?
Huh? Am I gonna
Did you
break
break
up?
up and gonna have a fire album coming out?
No, that's
Can
not
you
gonna
hear
happen
me?
with me. I'm not gifted with that. I'm not gifted with that album stuff. So I'm good. I'm good.
I'm sorry, y'all. You know, it never fails. When you're live and in living color, someone always got to try to call you and conversate with you. I'm trying to tell them, I'm on my podcast, y'all. Y'all want to come see Dr. Fabulous? Y'all better log on. And there you have it. So
Tell them to
Leanne
book a
said,
session.
yeah, they got to book a session, because, we giving it all to them for free on Thursday nights on Tantalizing Talk at 8:30 p.m. I'm putting that commercial out there one more time. But
Good.
Leanne, thank you so much.
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Mr. Beard, welcome back. Welcome everyone. If this is your first time, like I said, don't let this be your last. But Mr. Beard, welcome back. I'm so, I'm missing you, Mr. Beard. How are you this evening?
How you doing? I'm doing much better.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. And so tonight's topic is, and let me just read it because it was so much. Our one and only Lady T, she came up with this. It says, this is a new year, a new beginning. What is your end to your beginning? Meaning, what are your endings in your life that you're not bringing from 2022 into 2023? So we're just asking you to share. It can be about a relationship, it can be about a job, whatever you're getting rid of in 2022 and making a new change in 2023. So tell me, what is it, Mr. Beard? Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here. I ain't taking no leeches and I ain't taking no L's this year.
No what? No L's?
Yeah, no L's. No L's at all.
Okay.
Now I'm assuming L's is for losers.
Yeah, but
Lit
no
The
loss.
losses.
Yeah,
leeches or losses.
both.
Oh, okay. So can I
Leeches
assume,
equal.
or can I say you're looking for that independent individual, because you said leeches like they're leeching on for something.
Yes. Well, a lot of last year, I spent a lot of last year giving out and putting out more than I was getting back in. And when it actually hit the fan and the end of the day hit, I realized that the same people who I was cutting for and making time for and going out of my way to accommodate couldn't put half that energy back into me. So this year, I don't want to be as tired as I was last year. And if
Well,
I am, it's going to be for people who are willing to do the same.
well, you know what? My sister said the same thing. And she just happened to be on tonight. She said she wasn't giving no more to no one that wasn't giving in and feasting into her. And I'm going to say she is that number one real estate broker in the upper Marlboro area. Nikki, can you hear me? I'm putting out a little commercial for her as well, because she's number one at what she does. And she said the same thing. She give all the time. But when it's time for people to give back, they act like they don't even know. But anyway, Nikki, can you hear me?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
did. And what I said, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry. I
Nikki
thought you were talking to
Patterson.
me. We got two
No,
Nikki's on the
Patterson.
line.
I'm gonna come back to you, Nikki Johnson. But go ahead, Patterson.
Yes, I did. What I actually said was that I'm not going to be reciprocating anything out to folks that I'm not getting back. I'm going to meet people where they are for 2023. And what I mean by that is I'm still going to be the person I am because I have a heart of giving. So I'm still going to help people and give. But when I have people in my life that are like in my inner circle, if I don't feel like I'm getting met with those same things, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to like pull myself back a bit.
I got you. So, people, the sub public service announcement tonight. You got to give to get. So I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon too. Y'all hear that, right?
Mhm.
Y'all hear that? So I'm not going to just hog the show tonight. I'm gonna allow my co-host, Lady T, Special K, and Dr. Feelgood to just jump on in and do their thing, because I'm gonna sit back and observe and check it out tonight. So I'm gonna turn it over to Lady T. Are you ready, Lady T?
Yes, I'm ready. Hi,
All right.
everyone. One of the things that I thought about with this topic is that throughout the year, we always give or go out of our way, and then we sacrifice ourselves. So, what is the one thing when you self reflect that you want to change and you have to stick to it? So, the one thing that I chose this year, I'm always giving my time. I'm always sacrificing my family for people, for the community, for work, for like everything. So this year I'm choosing to put me 1st and to like balance my time. So that was one of the factors that I know it's going to be difficult because people are not going to take you serious, but you know what? I really don't care. I'm like, Nikki, who cares? Let me do this. This is my year to shine.
All right. Well, she said that. So you're gonna wait. This gonna be your time, Lady T, or is it gonna be your time and family time?
It's gonna be my time, even to the family. If I choose not to deal with you, take a number, have a seat.
All right. I see Nikki Patterson got her hand up. Go ahead, Nikki.
I just wanted to say to Lady T, that is amazing because self-care will make you a better woman for your family, for the people
Yeah.
around you, and anybody that you come in contact with. It sounds crazy, y'all, but sometimes, like when you're dealing with so many things for other people at all the time, you don't
Yes.
take care of yourself. There's times I give my mom her medication in the morning and I forget to get my own meds and my vitamins that I need for the day. So if you definitely seriously take that to the fullest as far as for the rest of the year, that self-care is first and being aware of that, you're going to be a better person, a better wife, a better mom, a better friend, everything, because you're going to be able to pour back into yourself. You can't pour into someone else's cup when yours is empty.
That's
Oh,
right. You better
you
speak,
better preach.
sister.
You better
I
preach.
agree.
That's
Yeah.
it all day long. And you know, sometimes when we do that, people think that you're acting funny. It's not that you're acting funny, people. It's called me time, self-awareness, working on you. And I always say it's nothing like being the best that you can be for
That's right.
yourself.
So
Okay. All right. So Nikki Johnson, you was getting ready to speak when I said Nikki, but my sister's name is Nikki also. So Nikki's in the house. Come on, Nikki Johnson.
For me, it's going to be what I'm going to concentrate on. Like the self-care is really important, but also the negative thoughts. Definitely, I need to make a change and bring more positiveness into my life,
Okay.
and also speak more positively, because words take form and take action.
Yeah.
So that's my goal for 2023.
Well, that is excellent because you know what? When you think positive, believe it or not, it can change a whole lot of situations when you go in with a positive attitude. Positive thinking, positive attitude will just bring it. It could even put a smile on your face. And you know what's so funny? All y'all know I tell people this all the time. I'm Dr. Fabulous at night, but I'm Dr. Bacon in the morning. And when my students, and I just try this, they're walking down the hallway and I say, good morning, good morning. And they say, Dr. Bacon, you just always seem so happy. And you know what? Sometimes I could be feeling so bad leaving my house, going to work. But when I get to school, I put a smile on my face and make every student think that they're special because you don't know what the situations are that's going on at their home and what's going on in their life. So if I'm happy and if I'm smiling, ooh, my climate in my classroom is going to have some positive feel. We're not going to go in there mean and broke down, but we're going to smile. We're going to push right on through. So I've heard from some of the ladies. Do I have any man that would like to share other than Mr. Beard? I heard from Mr. Beard. Mr. Jackson, are you available? Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty, are you available?
I'm available, but you know what? I got into the Zoom meeting late. I do apologize. I was trying to type the code in. So I just heard the part where you say I think Lady T was talking about positive energy or positive things. I really can't really comment without knowing what the question is. If I do hear the question, I could chime in on the conversation.
Okay, well, Mr. Jackson, it's really not a question this evening. What we're asking is, and I'm trying to find it, you see me over here blundering because I don't know it by word for word, but the scenario is, what are you going to do in 2023? Something that you left over in 2022. What are you going to do in 2023 that's going to be good for you, Mr. Jackson?
Oh, that's an easy question. I will stop being kind and caring to others.
You're gonna stop being caring and kind?
Yes, because it's a double-edged sword. Because sometimes people take your kindness for weakness by going above and beyond. And
Pastor, oh my God.
Hey, it's my life experience, because I had experience in life when I feel like I've gone above and beyond for other individuals, and they see it as a way of taking advantage of a situation. Like, say, for example, you go a mile or two, and a person probably go a quarter mile, right? And then say, oh, because you're too kind, too nice. You heard the phrase, nice guys finish last?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, because I've been through a different situation in my life that kind of, teach me certain experiences, and I've been listening out of, I don't know if it's a good thing, the book called 48 Law of Power this year. And that kind of, it says...
what was the name of the book?
1 second, honey. It's called 48 Law of Power by Robert Greene. It has some good content and good chapters in there, but it depends. It could make you good or bad. It depends on what side you're working on. So it covers various topics,
Oh,
and also I think I recommend everyone in this group should read it or take a look at it.
Okay. Well, Nikki, your hand is up, and I know you want to respond to Mr. Jackson. So, Nikki Patterson, go ahead and respond.
I absolutely do, because what he's talking about is his vulnerability and people taking that kindness as a weakness. Please, sir, don't allow someone to change who you are. Be who you are. But when you see people not meeting you there, then that's when you pull back. But don't do that to everyone, because you got a lot of kind people in the world that become basically mean to others because of how they've been treated. So don't
Correct.
allow someone to change who you are. Still be the same kind person that you are. But when you see that others are taking that for an advantage of you, then at that time, change your way with them.
I always say people like what he's describing, you're doing the right thing, but for the wrong people. So I agree, if that's you, I wouldn't stop, change what you're, how you are, but you, just like Nikki said, you have to recognize the ones that are not reciprocating and be able to cut them off, but don't let it change you.
All right. Well, that is absolutely great. I'm definitely going to check out that book because I'm a reader and I love some good key points that's
Yeah.
going to help.
No, it's a good book. He also has another book called Law of Seduction. He has some good books. I watch him on YouTube as well. His name is Robert Greene. His books cover a lot of life learning lessons.
Mr. Green better give you some how to say some money, because you putting that plug out there real strong. So we're gonna check him out.
It's a good plug.
Check him out. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I see some newbies on the board. I'm gonna give a shout out to Stacy James. She all the way in the ATL. That's my husband's baby sister. Stacy, give a shout out. Say hello. Can you hear me, Stacy? Stacy can't hear me, but
I'm on mute. Yep, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. That's my husband's baby sister, y'all. And she always try to support me any way she can. So I'm just saying thank you, Stacy, for joining us. This is her first time on. So you're always welcome. And I see someone, is it Don Trey? Don Trey and Carrie? Can you all hear me?
Yes, and you actually pronounced it correctly, which is a
Yes.
surprise. Most people don't.
Oh, well, honey, I'm an educator by trade. Let me stop. But anyway, all right. So you can just jump in. I'm going to give it to Dr. Feelgood and let him pull you in because, ladies, he got that silky voice. He can pull you in by choice. So go ahead, Dr. Feelgood. Let's hear what you got to say about this evening.
Well, you have to look at it as when we talk about New Year's, we're talking about a new beginning, and you don't look at it as the beginning of the end. You look at it as the end of the beginning. When you look at those things and say, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? How are we going to improve? What am I going to do? And I say we because it's me, myself, and I. I got to be responsible. Me has to understand that I got to get things to do, and myself, I can be by myself, but I'd rather not be by myself. So me, myself, and I, that's we. What I'm putting in behind is I have to be firmer in not trying to please everybody. Sometimes I become a big people pleaser. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's just the spirit that my mother and my father gave me, but it's something that it goes back to what people saying that sometimes when you're too accommodating, people with less than pure intentions often take advantage of that. And then by your nature, you allow it to happen. And then you get mad at yourself, but you never tell that person that, hey, when you do this, I feel that. That's got to stop in 23. Leave that behind in 22. Be more disciplined. I've been having a few health issues over the last few months. I have to be more disciplined and worry more about my health because it's affecting me a lot. As you know, as you get more mature, the warranty done ran out on your body, so parts be going every here and there and everywhere. So I have to be more cognizant of my health in order to be better for my future. Anybody have that idea of that? What do you rather, and let me go biblical on you guys.
Get biblical, preacher.
Jesus once said, those who try to save their lives will lose them. Those willing to give their lives will live. So let's break that down to what that means. If you keep holding on to the pain, the hurt, the devastation, the disappointment, then you're staying in that same position. You're not going to move. You put yourself in a box. That box gets lowered in the ground. But if you willingly give up those things and start accepting, I think that was Lady T that was talking about that. You start accepting the things that are for you, then you live more. You give up smoking, you get health. You keep smoking, you get early grave. You drink too much, driving and stuff like that, you have a problem. You stop drinking, your body automatically starts to heal. A lot of decisions that we make today, I figured I mortgaged over my life. I think I mortgaged about 6-7 years on my life.
Oh, okay.
By poor decisions. Whenever you make a poor personal decision, you actually shorten your life. And the longer you hold on, the more you make those poor decisions, the more it escalates.
Okay.
You don't check out that cough. It's just a little cough. 2 years later, guess what happens? You got lung cancer. If you got a check, they'd have told you, but you just ignored it. So that's what I'm saying. We got to stop mortgaging our future by living in the past, because your past, if you hold on to that poor past, if you hold on to that whole that old and hard past, you have no chance to give somebody the future. Let me go to Mr. Michael Foreman. Hey, you agree, disagree? Am I in left field?
I don't know if Mr. Michael can hear you.
How about you, Shakia?
Miss Soil, can you hear us?
I can very well.
Okay.
So did what I say, was I way off, on point, things like that, using those biblical principles to help you change?
To help me change?
No, to help change. The more you hold on to things that aren't good for you, the faster you go to the grave.
Oh, that's absolutely true. That's
Okay.
absolutely true.
Okay. So to bring it to a relationship standpoint, when you break up with someone and they still have control over you, you don't even realize it until you see that person, and they can say the smallest little thing to you and you can get so angry. If you never let that go, do you think you can go on with the next relationship? I'm putting that out on the table. Anyone can answer. When you're holding on to the elements of anger in a past relationship, do you think that if you continue to hold on to it, will you be happy in your next relationship? I'm going to come back to Miss Soul with that again. Can you help me?
I absolutely 100% believe that you cannot hold on to past hurt for anything. We first must take accountability for ourselves
if we as a people can start taking accountability, regardless of what someone has done to us, the hurt they may have inflicted upon us, in that hurt, we have to heal for ourselves first.
Mm-hmm.
And first accept for what we got to start looking at a thing instead of pointing finger, because I just had this conversation with several people the last couple of weeks, and it's so easy to continue to point the finger at what people or someone has done to us. But in that process, we have to start saying, well, what is it that I need to fix? Or what is it that I could have done differently? Or what is it that I may have contributed to the problem? Because some things, we're not always the victim. But if we can first find our healing for ourselves
Mm-hmm.
first, for ourselves, and start being more accountable in accepting our accountability in a thing, I believe healing will come much faster, because it's not fair to try to move on with various relationships, whether it's physical relationships, mental relationships, girlfriend relationships, friend relationships. If we're not healthy and whole within ourselves, we can't be healthy and whole in any relationship that we try to have, because we're still trying to hold on to a victim mentality.
All right now. So we got to lose that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, because I was saying to myself, sometimes, as being a widower, and I can only speak for myself. Sometimes I find myself, when I meet a new person, I try to give him the check off for what my husband did. And I say, you know what, Dr. Fabulous, get out of that. You got to lose that, because it'll never be another Tony Warnell Bacon. It will never be another one of him. So I'm going to try to get somebody close, but I'm going to stop trying to do that little checklist to check off every box, because I would only be trying to make a reincarnation of him. So, as you said, we have to let it go and start to renew ourselves. Because if we don't renew ourselves, we can't be better or the best we can be for that new relationship. So, Michael Foreman, can you hear us? Because Dr. Feelgood was trying to get in contact with you earlier. Can you hear us, Michael? I think Michael might have stepped away, Dr. Feelgood. Jerome, I saw you clapping. You want to shed some light on this?
No, I'm just agreeing. Like I'm in full agreement with everything that everybody's saying.
Jerome, you always have something to say. Share with us something. What did you leave in 2022 that you're going to better yourself in 2023? Just share something with us. We want to hear from you.
Um, let me think. I would have to say, like, getting so worked up about certain things. Like, I even told my mom, I got this saying, it's bigger things in life to worry about. So,
Mhm.
like, as far as, like, sometimes we may be in certain situations and overthink things, because a lot of situations in 2022, it was like when you get past it, it's like you be like, damn, I got past that. Like it really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. Like I didn't. It really wasn't have so much of an effect on me. So this year I want to work on, like, not overthinking so much, and just going with the flow with a lot of things. And yeah, just that.
Okay. Well, I thank you for sharing with us. It was something. Nikki, you got your hand up. Nikki Patterson, go ahead.
Y'all gonna hear enough from Nikki tonight. But I just wanted to piggyback off of what Shakia had said earlier, taking accountability. I literally thought, like, well, you know the situation, but others don't on the call. I have 2 sisters, and I'm so angry with them because they don't help me with my mom. I have an anger in my heart when it comes to them. It's hard because I just left a birthday party for my mom tonight, and one of them was there, and it's so hard for me to even be around her because I'm so angry that she doesn't help. But I thought to myself when Shakia was just speaking, where's the accountability on my part? I honestly feel like when I question myself about that relationship, some of the things that I allowed and didn't speak up at the time, that I feel like is the cause of a lot of it, because I allowed them to go along for so long doing what they do the way they do it and not saying, hey, you guys need to help with this, or this is your responsibility too. So a lot of times when we get upset with how someone has treated us, we don't realize or take accountability for the actions that we did of allowing them to do the things they did before speaking up, or before it got to the point where it's so much anger that I just want to fight you, that type of thing. So just putting that out there, guys, if you're getting over something or going through something and you're angry with someone, just ask yourself, what could you have done to stop it from reaching that point? And I feel like that will help you with the healing part of it too, because that literally just helped me. It's a lot of things that I just need to speak and get it off my chest instead of holding it in until the point where you're about to burst.
Okay. Well, that is definitely true, because you know what? People treat you the way you allow them to treat you and what you put up with. Hollywood, thank you for raising your hand. You want to share something with us, Hollywood? I like
Yes,
that name.
I appreciate it. Thank you. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing
Good,
good, doing
good,
good.
good in yourself.
Okay, I'm great. I'm great. I just wanted to pick back off of what she was just saying about accountability. Like, um, this year has really taught me a lot, especially about like the people I allow in my circle. I'm currently going through an identity switch because I'm starting to see a lot of the things that was in my past, I no longer have ties to, because I have now set goals, and I plan to go further than what I was last year. So it's kind of like I had to cut off a huge part of me that allowed people to treat me that way. You see what I'm saying? So it was just like really noticing what it is that I want for myself, start valuing myself. I moved into my apartment and I really got alone time. And I think that was like the biggest thing that I needed, because it really gave me a chance to like sit back and really think about, really evaluate all of the people who was in my life, what goals I was setting for myself, my diet, my spiritual beliefs. Like I got a chance to tap into all of that, all of those things. And once I got a chance to tap into those things, I started seeing life do a whole 360 for me. Like I started meeting great people that was putting me in different positions. I started working more because I knew eventually it was a certain goal I had to meet. And I can say now I finally figured out what it means to be happy in life. You know what I mean? Like I know most people, they faking it.
Yeah.
They
They faking
faking it.
it till
Like,
they make it.
and a lot of people are in denial about these things, but it's okay to, as long as you be 100% you, you'll always win. And if you feel like you can't be you in a certain crowd of people, you're in the wrong crowd. That's all I wanted to say tonight, pretty much.
Now you hit that dead on the head. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up on that one, Hollywood, because you know what? That is so true. People can't make you happy. Guess who gonna make you happy?
You, of
You gonna
course.
make you happy. Okay. And if you
100%.
from within, haha.
It's gonna show on the outside. It's gonna show, and people are gonna be attracted to that.
Exactly. Now I have some hands up. Miss Soil, your hand was up, and then we're gonna come down to Dundre. Okay, so go ahead, Miss Soil.
First, let me say thank you, Miss Patterson, for sending me the information to join this live with Dr. Fabulous. I will be sure from this day forward to tune into this platform, because this is truly needed for many, many people. And what the gentleman just said, I just want to piggyback off to say that this pandemic that we all have just came through and still trying to cross over, it allowed all of us to spend time with us.
Mm-hmm.
And it allowed all of us to be able to see people for who and what they really were and are. And it's up to us to take what you see and believe it. Dr. Maya Angelou said it best. When people show you who they are, believe it. But take every task, take every lesson, and do not hold anything against people. Move forward now in 2023, being accountable and taking accountability for your life, speaking up. Don't dummy down your voices.
That's right.
Say what needs to be said and mean what you say. And don't second guess it or take it back because it is what it is. You have to know and feel good within yourself. And as far as Miss Patterson is concerned, taking care of your mother, you're honoring what God has already set forth for all of us. And your siblings, they're going to have to be accountable for their shortcomings. But just believe that everything that you are doing is purposed, and God is going to see you through until the end because you're doing what you can. And even in your weak moments, see, a lot of us hold on to people that we think that we've showed up for so much. They're the ones with our key, but it's not them with our key. It's not them. God is putting strangers that we've only known an hour. I'm in the middle of filming 2 films, and 2023 has not even been here for 10 minutes. It's strangers that opened the door for me, not the people I've been connected to for 10 and 12 years that were already in the business.
Right.
But you got to be open to what God has for you and stop looking at people that you are expecting that you think they're supposed to save you because it's not them. And when you let that go, watch how the doors open for you. Watch how people show up for you. Watch, Nikki, how
I'm
caregivers that you didn't
receiving
even
that.
see.
I'm receiving that, girl.
Y'all
I'm
gonna make me
receiving
shout
that.
up in here. White girl shout.
Watch how caregivers show up for you that you didn't even seek out. So don't hold on to people that you think have your key because they're not the ones that have the key.
That's right. So I love it. I love it. This is definitely, how to say, we need to hear all of this. And Lady T, you're going to call on who?
Let me welcome in Don Trey. I would love to hear his side, his thoughts, his comments. Don Trey?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you for inviting me. So far I'm enjoying just hearing everybody's thoughts and conversations. And to piggyback on my what things that I would want to change in 2023. If to be honest, I would say accountability for myself because I feel like I can be farther in life if I just put in the actual work and stop being lazy. And that's where I'm at, honestly. And that's pretty much what I can think of so far, what I want to change mainly in 2023.
Well, thank you for sharing. Because you know
Thank you.
what? I appreciate everyone chiming in and giving their nugget. Now I'm gonna jump on down here to Marlena White. We haven't heard from you, Marlena. What is something that you really want to leave in 2022 and bring out that best part of Marlena in 2023? Can you share that with us?
Yeah. So I want to leave like negative people behind, people that's not going to support me. Anything that just I guess just comes out negative. I don't want it in me. I like what I think the gentleman said, Mr. Jackson, about being you can't be too nice because I feel like people walk over you. So you gotta have a little attitude on some sort of stuff. So I don't want to be too nice to people. I'm gonna be a whole different Marlene. I'm about to be 32 next month. So I'm ready. Whole new demeanor.
Did you say 30 or
30. I said it too fast. 30.
Oh, the dirty 30. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. So, Miss Marlena, we look forward to you holding on and actually, how do you say, achieving that goal. Okay? Because sometimes we have to set goals. And if we don't put it in action, and I have to go back to my sister Nikki, she tell me all the time, okay, so what are you going to do to achieve that goal? Sometimes we got 1,001 things we want to do. But guess what? If we don't set forth the motion and start trying to do it, that'll stay where? In our subconscious mind for a long time. So sometimes when we set a goal, we have to do what? We have to work toward that goal in order to do it. And who haven't I heard from tonight? Is that Uncle Tim over there? Hey,
That's
Uncle Tim.
Uncle Tim, and we have another new person on here, I thought.
Let me see. We have Han Bun. I know who that
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
917.
I'm
All
not
of you,
sure
thank
who
you
that is.
so much. And the Galaxy Note 10. Lauren, is that Lauren? Okay. We thank each and every one of you for coming on and, sharing your thoughts. As I said, sometimes we have to talk about things that should be talked about, but people don't want to talk about. So that's why we come on every Thursday night. It's a different topic all the time. It's called Tantalizing Talk because sometimes we get the sexy on. Yes, we do. But tonight we wanted to share. Lauren, you got your hand up. Come on, Lauren. I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to talk about profession. So, Lauren, go ahead and share with us Galaxy Note 10.
Hello, everybody. Even though it says Lorraine, it's Michelle. Dr. Fabulous, it's me.
Michelle. Welcome, Michelle.
So, one thing I think that I'm going to do, and I try to be very careful with setting goals, because a lot of times what you said is true. We don't really put our focus there. We set too many and we can't achieve them because we can't stay focused on something. So for me, it's stress, less stress. And I'm going to do that with boundaries.
Okay.
Sometimes we need boundaries for ourselves, but we expect people to respect them, but we don't respect it ourselves. And what I mean by that, we set it and we say, okay, we're going to do X, Y, Z. And then depending on who it is, we have respect the person. And then we lower that boundary for that person, and you can't do that. It has to be across the board.
Okay.
Because like several people said, people will walk over you with your niceness or being too nice sometimes. They take your kindness for weakness. So I think it's important to have boundaries set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because boundaries mean a lot. Because I'm telling you, some people will walk on you if you don't set those boundaries and set them straight. Mm-hmm. That's right. So I see Miss Soil, is your hand up again to share with us, or you just forgot to take it down?
Oh, I forgot to take it down. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Special K, is it anything you would like to share with us?
Yes. So I have a couple of things for tonight's topic. So I don't do I'm not into the whole New Year's resolution thing, because just like the young lady was saying, a lot of times you do that and we don't stick with that. But I strongly believe that, every day that we're blessed to open our eyes in the morning and wake up, that's another day, another opportunity to be greater than yesterday. So that's kind of how I live my life. I just try harder, see what I can do better. So with that being said, the first thing is I'm speaking everything into existence that I want to better in my life this year. I'm also embracing myself a lot more. I'm embracing my most happiest, healthiest, and healed version of myself. I'm living for me and no one else. There's something that I saw that was posted on a social media site I wanted to share, and it said, I'm not accepting verbal apologies this year, only change behavior. And that hit, now. Yes, that hit home for me just in some personal aspects of my life. The sorries, the this, no, I need to see it. Actions speak louder than words, and I live by that.
Okay.
I'm putting myself first. Like I said, I'm setting about the setting boundaries. I'm setting boundaries in all aspects, meaning with friendships, when it comes to relationships, and also my children. To be, I have children of an older age who I have to say no to them sometimes, and I'm not going to feel bad anymore for saying no. I'm definitely setting boundaries with that. And I want to stop procrastinating. I had a habit of having ideas but procrastinating on moving things forward. That has to go out the window, because I have some new business ventures I want to get into and I want to start, and I have to stop procrastinating. So I'm gonna go with a more, what's the worst that can happen? If it doesn't thrive, it doesn't work, it fails, you get up and do it. You just learn from
You
it.
won't know unless you do it.
Unless you try. And last but not least, I'm getting I'm getting more in tune, like spirituality wise, with my spiritual side and God. Because I've noticed the more I pray about things that I want in my life, the more I manifest it, the more I speak it's starting to happen.
All right.
And that means, I'm praying for a relationship, a whole lot of things. There's a lot of things, that I want. So those are all the things for 2023. And I'm traveling more. Like I said, I'm doing things to make myself happy. I've even considered and looked into some solo trips. I did a lot of things I stopped myself from doing in the past because nobody wants to do this. So I don't have anybody to go here with, or do this with. I'm okay now. Like, I'm finally okay with doing things by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's what I plan to do.
Well, I have a question, Special K. So with the family that's here, how would you start someone off who's trying to reach those similar goals? Like what would be the first thing you would tell them to do?
Well, to be honest, I had to really get with myself and talk like I was talking to somebody, but talk out loud to myself, like, and talk to God about a lot of these things. That's why I said, once I started doing that, really things started, like, I started feeling better about things. Sometimes I have to encourage, like, before the new year, I've been on a weight loss journey, and it's not easy. So people who can sit there and say, oh, just go to the gym, just do that every day. I have to make a conscious decision what to eat, what not to eat. I know I need to go to the gym, take an hour out of my day to go do it. Like, all of that, you just have to it's like you got to be your own cheerleader almost. It's great to have support from other people, but you have to make up and you just have to do it. I mean, the only thing I could say is I just took a lot of time. I think someone said earlier that they had to take time for themselves or by themselves. And once they kind of did that,
that is so
right. Okay. That is so true, because I'm serious. Like, once I just sat by myself and started just being by myself and really thinking, this is what I need to change. This is what I do. And again, I mean, I'm going to be real, like, just praying about it really helped me.
Okay.
And it helped me kick it in action.
All right. Okay. Well, Special K, you said something. And ladies, I need your help on this. She said that she wanted a relationship in 2023. Now, the question that I pose, as women, do we sit back and just wait for it to happen in the atmosphere, just osmosis? Or do we put ourselves in places? Because I believe that when you rub elbows, or you're in a certain spot, or you get yourself in a certain area, that you can meet people. So should we sit back and wait and just let it happen?
No.
Or should we get out and make a conscious decision that I'm going to put myself in a place where I can be seen, where I can meet people, where I can talk to people, to really meet someone? Nikki Patterson, you got your hand up. Help me out with that.
I do, because I want to answer that question, because I'm not the one to sit down and wait for nobody to do nothing for me. So literally, I feel like you have to network just like you do when I'm out here looking to sell a home. I'm networking, I'm meeting people, I'm talking to people. Dating is no different. I honestly feel like that as females, a lot of times we get caught up in what we want the person to be instead of seeing them for who they are. And if we could do that a little quicker, we can get on to the next person so you can really find a relationship that you really want with the right person. So you absolutely should be out here networking just like you would if you were selling something, because you are selling something, really. You're selling yourself to the person that you want to date to find the person that you want. So you should absolutely be going to dating sites. I mean, different things, whatever that you're comfortable with, though, what's in your comfort zone, but definitely get out and about, because you're probably not going to meet that person in your house. They're probably not going to knock on your door, even though I have a friend that she did get married with a cable man knocked on her door and she ended up marrying him. But I still say, what is it that she missed out on as far as dating and meeting other people? You got to get out here and you got to be out and about. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable also. So if somebody hurts your feelings, don't put a block up. Keep moving to the next one.
All right.
Dr.
And
Fabulous, can I just, if you
yes,
don't
go right
mind,
ahead.
just to say, answer your question, I agree with Nikki. Yes, you do have to get out there. You're not going to just find it just sitting home. And I say, but it took for me the confidence. That's why I said like doing more solo things. But I noticed once I started changing things about myself to make me feel better, people will see that in you. And then I started getting, going out more. And it's little things. I mean, when I go to the gym, there's people there. Then you meet people of a like mind, because I want someone who wouldn't mind working out, because I like to work out now. I was at the laundromat the other day, and boy, it
Not
was
the laundromat.
yes, believe it or not. You don't remember a past show I said something about the gas station? Meeting people, those little places you wouldn't believe. And there was a lot of people, a lot of guys at the laundry. Like, it's so, yeah, you definitely have to get out there. I totally agree. And but it took for me a while. I wasn't always like this. Like, this is literally in the making, that I'm able now to go places by myself, if I and sit down and can go out to eat by myself, all things, just things like that. And in doing that, you do tend to meet people.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. Miss Soul, you have your hand in, but I'm just going to throw this out there, because you got to get out and meet people. And that's what Upscale Love for You is all about. We're going to start, and you can put it in the atmosphere. We're going to start doing speed dating. And with speed dating, guess what? You don't just talk to one, you talk to several, and you get a chance to meet people, and it don't take long. You can say your spiel, move to the next, and hopefully by the end of the night you will have found someone that you're interested in. So Miss Soil, go ahead, and then I'm gonna come to you.
And I wasn't. I'm enjoying all of this, and I wasn't really going to say anything until Miss Patterson made her statement as well, and the other young lady. But and in fact, we just had this conversation, and I do strongly believe in that you do have to put yourself out there. But I want all the ladies on this line to also be in a healed space for yourself first, because you could put yourself out there to people all you want. But you also have to believe when the young lady said, if you don't get out there, you won't. That's not true, because I was almost married just before the pandemic, and I wasn't dating. And now I'm not dating anyway. And you have to believe that what God has for you, it's gonna be. When Nikki said she married the young lady who married the cable man, but what did she miss out on? Well, she doesn't believe she missed out on anything, because if she married that man, that's who was for her. You have to believe that God, if you believe, and if your faith or whoever it is that you say you believe in, what's for you is for you. So she doesn't have to wonder what she may have missed out on, because that man provides and fills every need that she needs. It may not be for anybody else out there, but it was for her. So you could put yourself out there on the speed dates, all that stuff. And I believe it's fun to do all of that. But I told Nikki too a couple of days ago. I remember years ago going on job interviews, and I'm a wardrobe stylist by profession, my business. And I used to show up just like I would every day. Or, people would think, oh God, where's she going? We wouldn't even talk about the job at hand. I got the job because of how I showed up and the way I looked.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even know what I could do. So everybody has to be in a space where you know who you are. And if the laundromat man is for you, then believe that laundromat man is there for you, because sometimes he might be a millionaire, but his machine is down at home and the
Oh,
laundromat is around the corner.
oh,
So
there you go.
don't you see? So wherein some of us will stand back and be like, oh no, honey, girl, he was in the laundromat. Yeah, but you didn't know he was a millionaire. And his machine broke down. And rather than wait for somebody else to do it for him, he went around the corner from his home to the laundromat.
That's what I'm
So
talking
what's
about.
for you? Believe what's for you. Just believe that's what for you. It's going to come to you. It's going to come to you. It's going to come to you. But be in a free, healed space so that you will know and receive it when it does come.
And if you notice, that's what I said. I said, once I started working on me, when Lady T asked the advice you would give to someone, I think that's number one. I think you got to be able to finally get real with yourself and work on yourself first. And once you start doing that, I have noticed that like things start opening up. People start approaching you. There's a lot of things change.
All right. Now, Lorraine, Michelle, you got your hand up. Share with us your thoughts.
I think what the lady said is very valid. You need to be a whole person, seriously, before you go out there and know what you want. Earlier, you made a comment about your checklist. Yes, you can't compare to, your deceased husband, but at the same time, you need a checklist. And there is going to be a time, nobody's perfect. But for yourself, you have to know what you're willing to compromise and sacrifice, period.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not against you going out and networking. I think it's perfect. At the same time, if you don't do sports, don't go to the sports bar, because what you show people that you're doing and you're a part of, I'm a sports fan. So if I met you there, guess what? I'm looking for us to go to a game one day because we met at a sports bar. So, things like that, you got to be careful. And I'm with what the young lady said, even about the laundromat. That's real. At the same time, you never know who you're going to meet and where, and who God has for you is for you. So I don't care how many places you go, you can meet the chicken because you put yourself in a place and wasn't being focused on what your checklist was about. Or what you're willing to compromise and sacrifice when you meet these people. Because some people are going to put on their mask for you.
Oh, that 90-day saga.
Listen.
Y'all know I talk about it.
And at the end of the day, it's going to die because it wasn't really who they were. So I think you should spend some time, really get to know them, put God first, and continue to pray. Just like I met my honey. As I said, I was getting ready to put myself on the market. I had been divorced, about to be
Not
2
the
years.
honey.
Yeah, my honey. So at the end of the day, I was doing what I do. But I think Nikki said it, talking about basically dressing, and the other lady said about dressing as well. Put yourself in a position. You don't have to show all your business just because you're on the market. You're not for sale. I'm gonna sell myself as a whole, but I'm gonna be classy when I do it because I want you to treat me a certain way.
There you go.
Right. But whether I'm at the grocery store, the laundromat, whatever, I need to be together. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when that person meets me, they'll know it's me. I'm not changing. That's who I am. I don't want you to think I just got extra fabulous today just because of you. No, this is who I am. Know me. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody that you're trying to impress, after a while, that's going to die. And they're going to figure out this is not who I met. Then they're going to be disappointed. And so are you, because they put on this mask. Spend time, talk to people. And before you get in the bed with a person, I'm telling you right now, talk to them. Because a lot of times when your panties fall on the floor, you lose all sight because now you're intimate before time. Take your time. Get to know a person. When I met my honey,
Amen.
When I met my honey, I told him, I said, I had to laugh. As we say, it was happenstance. He was a caterer. I didn't know. He came into the building. He came to the wrong room. There was 2 banquet rooms there. And everybody was teasing me, girl, he looked good, blah, blah. I mean, I just saw this nice looking gentleman, but don't get me wrong. Out of respect, I'm in my own elements. I'm getting ready to host an event. I do event planning and parties. So I was on one side, he went to the other. But later on, we had a chance to run into each other in the kitchen. I went in to make my favorite lemonade, as Mario would say, her
Yeah.
deceased husband would say,
Dr.
the lemonade
Fabulous,
tastes
Dr.
like crack.
Fabulous, don't put that government out there.
I'm sorry, Dr. Fabulous. At the end of the day, you know, everybody talks about it, but I was doing something that was within my element. I was hosting a job, but I was together. You understand what I'm saying? And end up running back into this gentleman in the kitchen. How likely when I usually am not in the kitchen? That makes sense. So
that happened in the kitchen.
It happened in the kitchen. Even though it came a little different, it took time. We talked on the phone several weeks before we ever went on our first date. You understand what I'm saying? Get to know somebody, spend some time. I think that's important.
You teaching,
Okay.
you teaching, you teaching.
That's it. I appreciate that. And you know,
Come
this
on,
is
Go ahead.
this is Michelle's first time coming on. Girl, I appreciate you. You know what? I see somebody here by the name of J Rock. Who is J Rock? J Rock, can you hear me? All right, J Rock, you done put that picture up there, J Rock. Would you like to share something with us? Would you like to give your what you're doing better in 2023? Oh, J Rock, you just gave the picture. You're not gonna talk to us. Well, I won't hound you, J Rock. I'm gonna let you just profile that picture. He say he's listening, everyone. But Uncle Tim, do you have anything you would like to say or share? Are you just listening tonight, Uncle Tim?
Well, yeah, well, listen,
You going in and
well,
out.
listen to everyone. Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. You're a little robotic, but we can hear you.
Stay close to the mic.
Well, my year coming in 2023 is coming along pretty good. Besides got my King Almighty on my side, that's my God. And with my sister help also, because I'm gonna put her in it. I believe with a lot of things that people said, because you have to accomplish stuff with yourself before you accomplish anything with anyone else. You have to love yourself, you have to pamper yourself, you have to hug yourself, you have to talk to yourself. And also when you when you coming in a new year and you setting a goal for yourself, and you taking that goal with you, and it's something that you determine that you are willing to accomplish in life. And it's good to have that, but don't take that faith with power, with the strength of Jesus with you, because I have. Now, I have times in my life that I have done things. I stay locked up a lot of times, my health going bad. And I got to myself and sat there and talked to my grace, my God Almighty, and said the things that I wanted to accomplish and the things that I wanted to do. And I said that I'm going to leave it in his hand and I'm going to follow with him through this. And bear with me that I accomplished everything. You understand? I got out, stayed out, got all papers. I have license now. And I kept that faith so strong till he pulled me out until I'm a living for a lot of things. And I just recently had to go into surgery. I had a blood clot in each one of my legs. And when I went into that surgery, I gave myself to Jesus and I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna let God do this.
Okay.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You feel me? And when I went in there and I went to that during surgery, and I got out there just as they taking me in their surgery, both blood clots disappeared.
Well, all right.
Fine. My body is normal like regular health people. And that's something that I agree with a lot of them say, yeah, it is going to take time. Like the Bible said, Lord, he ain't going to put no more on you than you can handle. Well, that's the same thing as fine as meeting somebody. If you running out there and you trying to find somebody to change your life, to better your life, to want the same thing you want in life, and to accomplish something good, to move on in the Lord's hand. Because if it's something, even if you find that one and he seems like that he or she are the right one, Lord will give you that hint to let you know to back off. Everybody gonna everybody always have a chance to find that one. Yeah, it's gonna take time. Yeah, sometimes it's gonna make you feel like you don't want to do it no more. You getting tired because everyone you get in a relationship might treat you different than but the more strength, and it ain't only the strength of giving up, it's the strength to keep going. And eventually down the line, you're going to find that one. Like she said, you want to know about them, I'm going to let you know about me. I'm going to tell you what I want in life, what I'm looking for in life. You want somebody that's going to encourage you, not hold you back. You want somebody that's going to push you, not pull you back. And when besides Jesus, if you find someone that's showing you exactly what they helping you with, then that's telling you that's somebody that's moving the same direction you moving. If they are not moving in the same direction you moving, then you back off. Like she said, you go find someone else.
All right, well, I
Reverend Beard.
appreciate that
Uncle
now.
Tim. All right, that's the word.
That's the word of Uncle Tim. That's the word of Uncle Tim, y'all. You know, I want to take this time right now to thank everyone for coming in this evening. This is the earliest that we are closing out. But you know, sometimes you don't need a whole long, drawn out segment to get your point across. I have definitely enjoyed. Is there anyone else? Leanne, you didn't give it all to me, girl, tonight, but I know you probably resting up and waiting for that next week saga. I know you'll give it to me then. But I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Feelgood and then to Lady T and Special K. If you all have anything else you all would like to share, please do it at this time. And Rayvon, you know I'm always Team Dirty Jackson. Okay. Dr. Feelgood, go ahead.
Again, good evening. Thank you for participating in our lovely endeavor. Just want to close out what Uncle Tim was saying. If you can't leave them alone, leave them be. Because like I said, it goes back to if you let something go, you'll live. If you hold on to it, you live a lot less. So take those words of Uncle Tim into advice. If they ain't for you, you need to push on through. Go on. I'm done. I'm done. I just want to say the show will be up by this weekend. I want everybody to come back. We've had fun. Is Lady T right next, or is it Special K?
Lady T.
Lady T.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming. I just want to say on a mental note, sorry, I got a peanut gallery back here. You know, this really is a new year, and I think everyone should just self-reflect and love yourself first and leave all the baggage behind. Who cares about other people's feelings? Because you will never be able to please them. So try to focus on pleasing yourself, number one. Love you guys.
All right. Special K.
Yeah, so I enjoyed tonight's topic and hearing everyone who joined in the conversation. I just want to say thank you for that, and everyone who just joined in tonight to listen as well. And I just want to close out and just like I said earlier, just strive every day to be better than you were the day before. Don't beat up on yourself too bad. Just strive to be the best version of yourself.
All right. And with that being said, you know, I do believe in being all that I can be because I'm working on me. You all, I am 58, but you know what? I'm laying it down. I'm getting it together because, baby, when I turn 60, woo, I want to be hotter than fire. So I'm working on me every day because when that big 60 come around, y'all gonna say, Dr. Fabulous, Dr. Fabulous. Oh my God, Dr. Fabulous. So with that being said, I'm gonna say good night, sleep tight, and all that greatness. But guess what? Y'all know my sign off is, you know what? Smooches. Mwah. Good night.
Good
night.
Good night.